Hello, this time on Let's Talk Books, I would like to discuss the book Inside Out and Back Again. This is by Thannha Lai, and this is a novel told in verse format. So if you can take a peek, that's actually a series of poems that make up the entire book. And the poems are presented as a bit of a diary, and they are from the perspective of a 10-year-old Vietnamese girl. Now, this Vietnamese girl, her name is Ha, she is actually traveling with her family from Vietnam to Alabama in the United States. And it is Ha's mother and her siblings. Her father is missing. They don't know where he is, and they have been waiting to hear word about what has happened to him and if he'll ever come back. But they are waiting throughout the entire book, and they haven't heard. And the family makes a difficult decision to leave Vietnam, even though it is their home, and they are concerned that if they leave, they won't hear about the father. They make the decision because it is in the middle of war, and their home could be destroyed. They don't know how safe they are going to be, if they will survive. So they make the difficult decision to board a boat that is going to leave the Vietnamese waters and go to safe waters where the United States will be able to meet up with them and bring them to safety in the United States. Now, the boat trip that they take is long and difficult, and they don't know when they're going to be able to eat. There are people who are sick and they're exhausted, and they don't know what's going to happen to them. But they do make it to the United States, and they end up going to Alabama, which is where a lot of immigrant families would go after they had fled their country in Vietnam. And they are taken in by a man there, and they encounter all kinds of difficulties. And this really sheds a light on how it feels to be an immigrant in this country. They are met with ridicule. People make fun of them. People try to tell them to go back home, and it is very difficult. And the way that it is presented makes it very heart-wrenching, because it is told from the perspective of this little girl and what she's experiencing, the difficulties learning the new language, fitting in at school. Fortunately, they find a neighbor who is actually willing to help them learn English and learn some of the culture, and she makes it a little bit easier for them before they're able to get really settled. What I love about this book is that it is presented just beautifully, and so even if you're not interested in immigration or all of the culture shock, it is presented in a way that makes it relatable and also actually highlights some of the Vietnamese culture. So I really recommend that you pick this up. Great book and well written. It's Inside Out and Back Again by Thannha Lai. Enjoy, and I will see you again next time.